Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to have a little bit of fun with food this morning as I'm enjoying my lovely breakfast here in this lovely setting. Okay, so I am looking at my breakfast one morning and I happened to start looking at this almond milk container. Almond Breeze almond milk, 30 calories. Now, to be honest, my little red flags and my bells and whistles start going off with this 30 calories. If you know anything about nutrition, that is a pitiful amount for a serving of food. Now this is unsweetened, so that's good. So we're not going to be getting any calories from sugar. But this fundamentally tells me there's almost nothing in a serving of this almond milk. So let's figure this out. Let's look at our nutrition facts. And what do we find? We find that a serving size is indeed 1 cup. Very important to understand. So this is a fairly normal serving. And that the calories are indeed 30, as you can see right up here. Now the problem with that is this is supposedly mostly almonds in terms of the solids, if you will. And there's not much else that's going to give us calories. So our calories are pretty much from almonds. So how many calories in an almond? Well, it turns out that there's about 7 calories in an almond. Mysteriously enough, the front has 4 almonds on it. Now this is purely speculation, but we're having a little bit of fun. We could speculate that the lawyers insisted that they put 4 almonds on the cover to indicate transparency in advertising. We could speculate that maybe graphic artists were trying to insert hidden messages and actually tell consumers how little they're getting in a cup or serving of almond milk. What dawned on me as I'm looking at this is actually mislabeled. This should not read almond milk. They're missing a word. It should read almond milk starter. This gives you the idea of what almond milk is supposed to be. All you need to do is add almonds. Now, what does this actually mean in practice? I know this has been a big deal in the news. I didn't want to just put out more stuff when everybody's already talked about this. So I went online and I started looking at what is already out there. And I was actually shocked at some of what is out in the mainstream. Huffington Post. No, it's not cheaper to make your own almond milk. We did the math. The problem is when you actually read this article and see what they did, I don't know if this is new math, Mars math, what kind of math this is, but it's not any kind of math I can relate to. And no, it does not pan out to what they say it pans out to. So what does this actually mean? So if there are 7 calories per almond, we have some almonds over here, this means that in an entire serving, you're actually only getting 4 almonds. The rest is pure water. Now, I don't know about you, but paying $3 or more for a half gallon of water with a few almonds in it isn't my idea of what it's supposed to be on the part of consumers. And I like to think that I'm a consumer advocate. That's why I went to medical school. So what does this actually look like? We can do the math, we'll do the math, but what does this look like? So you take 4 almonds per 8 cups in that container, and you end up with a little bit less than a 1/4 cup of almonds in the entire container. So, what does this look like? Let's show you. Here's our container. There's all the almonds in the entire carton of almond milk starter that they forgot to label appropriately. What does this look like for an actual serving? Four almonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a cup of water. And there, my friends, is what you are paying over $3 per half gallon for. Now, Huffington Post claims they did the math. The problem is they got an actual recipe to compare this to, and your recipes for real almond milk at home are going to be 2-to-1 or 4-to-1 in terms of what you measure. In other words, 1 part almonds to 2 parts water, or 1 part almonds to 4 parts water. So what would this look like? So here's 2 cups of almonds, okay? That means if this is 8 cups, This is a 1-to-4 ratio. If you go 2-to-1, or 1-to-2, depending on how you put it, it would be 2 of these for every 1 of these. Now obviously your total volume is going to be more, but if you made homemade almond milk on the watery side, you'd at least be looking at something like this. If you made it on the rich side, it would be twice that, compared to 8 cups of water, larger total volume. So what does that mean on the math? So if real almond milk is a 1-to-2 ratio, 1 part almonds to 2 parts water, or at worst, 1 part almonds to 4 parts water, this is less than 1-to-32 ratio. Remember, that was less than 1/4 of a cup. That's pitiful. The manufacturers have figured out how to make almond milk smooth and creamy. It's called emulsifiers. It takes those teeny weeny little particles of almond and suspends them in water so that the whole thing stays smooth and creamy and you get psyched out. It's not what it really looks like. They've been getting away from carrageenan, which has issues. And let's see, what are they using in this one? They're using gums. Gums and lecithin. So there's different things you can use to suspend the particles in liquid. To also put this in context, 30 calories. Again, that's pitiful. Skim milk, which looks like water to many of us, actually has about 3 times as many calories, dairy milk. And whole dairy milk will have about 5 times as many calories. So yes, we're getting way too many calories in this country, but don't get gypped. We need good nutrition. We need you to be healthy. We want to have a long, healthy, fun life with food.